And finally, a much waited for retribution or something. Whatever.
Yeah.
We watched Free Willy.
Yeah, we did.
Redemption?
Yeah, Free Willy Redemption. When they reboot the Free Willy franchise, like Free Willy Redemption.
They put lasers on him this time.
Yeah.
Death Worker.
So, Free Willy is the story of this young hoodlum orphan. He's like a homeless teen. He's running around being a vagabond. He ends up getting adopted by this family who works near a not a water park.
It's like
not an aquarium. What are they called?
A SeaWorld?
Yeah, it's a
Activity
SeaWorld,
park,
I guess.
aquatic park, I
What
guess.
would you call them?
Aquatic
An
park?
aquatic park?
Yeah,
sure.
I think so.
We'll go with that. It's near an aquatic park, and the kid has to work there to make up for past crimes. And he ends up meeting this whale, and he's like, oh my god, this whale's just like me. And he befriends the whale, and then the owners of the aquatic park are like, damn, this whale is not making us money. We're gonna kill it and get that whale insurance money. And so the kid and, his friends, they hatch this scheme to steal Willy and, put him back in the ocean. And they succeed, and then there's that scene where he's like, go, Willy, go! And then the whale jumps over him, and we've seen that in a billion other shows. Anyway, here is my haiku as inspired by Free Willy. A couple orphans form an amphibious bond. They sure jumped the shark. What'd you think of this movie, Dylan?
It's a very charming movie. It tells an interesting story. This is not at all... Like, I always had a preconceived idea of what Free Willy was about. I did not imagine it started out with a homeless, orphan child. I'm gonna
be honest. So, in case the audience does not remember, the reason I picked this one is because, it's been well known that from ages probably 1 to 10, Free Willy was my absolute favorite movie. I would watch it multiple times a day. And Hunter, our Patreon member Hunter, who had sent in a request for a movie, he thought it would be good to choose something from our childhood, and he accidentally chose Free Willy 2. And then, in the course of attempting to watch Free Willy 2 to review on the channel, Nico and Jackson also watched Free Willy 4. And so we ended up watching Free Willy 2 and 4, even though, by the original logic of the choice, we should have been watching this one, and so now we're finally watching this one, and I forgot why I brought that up. Oh yeah, that is all to say that I also have forgotten almost everything about this movie. I think as a 8-year-old or whatever, I just really liked the whale. Anything that did not involve the whale, I did not remember. And me and Nico were constantly remarking on that as we were watching it. We're like, I did not remember this being about some, like, homeless 13-year-old.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy. But...
And the second movie certainly doesn't imply that either. Like, it doesn't allude to him being an orphan homeless kid in the previous movie. But yeah, I mean, this movie was a slight slow burn, in my own opinion. There were just so many things... There was too much... I can't even say teenage melodrama, because we weren't quite at teenage melodrama. But, like... This movie was engaging enough to watch, but just, it slogged on, and it just, like, I get the motivation of the movie was eventually, to get Willy out of the tank, and like, oh, Willy's this, Willy that. I don't know, the acting was, it was okay. The cinematography, there were just a lot of concepts that didn't hit with me.
Yeah.
Also, this is the guy, the business owner guy. He's like Joker or whatever, right? From like which Batman is it?
I thought it was Jack Nicholson as well, but it's actually Michael Ironside, which is almost weirder.
Yeah.
He was the drill sergeant, not drill sergeant. He was the lieutenant / history teacher from Starship Troopers.
Oh. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
My first thought was, man, this is the guy from The Shining. who's also the Joker. But
it did look like him. I thought that as well. And even crazier was the dad to the orphan kid was Mr. Blonde from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, I thought I recognized him, and his demeanor for a character was kind of off. Like, he was such a serious guy, but also not. Like, he was there, but he wasn't like engaging there, so it was kind of weird.
Once I realized it was Mr. Blonde, I could not stop saying it, because like these came out like I think like 1 year apart or pretty close to each other too. I'm like, huh? That's great. This guy's doing Free Willy, and he's also, this psychopath murderer in Reservoir Dogs.
Right, yeah, it's weird.
I think this movie is too long and too slow. It's like, what, 2 hours and 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Not enough whale to justify that. And I really don't think there's much to grab onto here, and my nostalgia for this movie does not save it at all. Yeah,
it ain't no Jurassic Park, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah, it looks like Reservoir Dogs came out a year before Free Willy.
Yeah, that's just very funny to me. I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts on this one?
Boy golly, that CGI whale was so good.
that early 90s CGI whale. They crazy. Did what they could.
I was like, for 90s, not terrible, but it's not good. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about this movie.
Okay, we will move on. Jackson said snoozer and gave it a C. Nico... What did Nico say? Nico said meh, also gave this one a C. Dylan, what would you like to give Free Willy?
Yeah, I'm not too far off base with that. I'm gonna give this movie a C+.
Okay, and I gave it a C-.
Yeah, it's gonna have
so this
C.
Free Willy landing at a C. So
100%. Let's go.
Good job. It's the best Free Willy movie we've seen.
There we go.
Yeah, unless Free Willy 3 is crazy, this will be the highest that whale ever gets.
Free Willy joins Al-Qaeda? Oh, God.
Ooh.
He's taking down yachts in the ocean.
Tactically trained orcas.
Happy Feet.